Hey guys, we're checking out Augmented YANGTZE, another instrument in the Augmented series by Arturia, and this time it's all about China and Chinese traditional instruments. Let's dive into this. I'm going to try and do this sort of a deep dive and show you how everything works under the hood. Let's get started. So now on the front page, we have different macros and this morph button, and this will change how everything sounds. So let's try. But if we'll go into the advanced mode right here on the top, then you'll see that we have 4 layers. We actually have 2 main layers, layer A and B, but for each one, we have 2 sub-layers. And you can see that on the left side, we have layer A with sampler 1 and synth 1. On layer B, we have sampler 2 and synth 2. Now, if I go into this sampler 1 and click this, you'll see that we have different categories of sample-based instruments. Of course, again, Chinese, but not only. And if we'll go into the synth, you'll see that we have different synthesis styles. So we have analog and we have granular, harmonic, sampler-based, and wavetable. So if I go into the analog, I'm going to just select this first preset. You'll see that we have analog style oscillators. So this is pretty standard stuff. But if I'll go into the granular, and I'm going to just again select the first one, you'll see granular based synthesizer with its own different controls right here. So there's a lot of things that you can do here in terms of sound design. This is just an amazing series. Not only this instrument, but all the other instruments as well. You should check them out. So now I'll go into the next tab. This is the layers tab, but we also have modulations. And here we have LFOs. We have functions, randomizations, and keyboards or keys. And these can be assigned to different things in this instrument that this will create motion and movement. So how do you actually use this? I'm going to show you some some ideas, but there's a lot of things that you can do here, and I'm not going to cover everything. So for example, let's say I want to use the LFO for something. I'm going to go back into the layers, and I want to have the LFO move around this frequency for the filter, the cutoff frequency. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to click this plus right here, and we'll see this LFO 1. I'm going to just move it all the way up, and now you can see this little dot just going around. If I want to have this faster, I'm going to go back to our modulation, and you can see this corresponds to this dot right here. So we have this shape, right? But we also have the rate. So what else can I do? I can actually use this rate in some way with the modulator. So I'm going to click this plus, and I'm going to assign this to the mod wheel. So now the mod wheel will control the rate. This is really brilliant. Cool, right? So now let's move on. I'm going to go into the arpeggiator, and here you can see that it's turned off. There are some presets that will use the arpeggiator. You can do this really easy. You can just click this, turn it on, and then you have these velocity assignments. And there are different things that you can do here. Right now we have the type. This is the type. I can change this to, let's say, up and down. And let's play. And you can change the rate. So it can be synced, or, I mean, this is really great stuff. You can use the BPM, or you can sync this straight, triplet, or dotted. And then we have swing amount and number of octaves. I can just turn it up right here. And let's use this sync straight. And I'm going to change the rate to 8. And there are some other things that we can do, like adding chords right here. Things like that. So this is really, really a lot of fun. Now, I'm going to go into the effects, and here you can see that we have different effects for layer A and B. We also have main effects. So in the main effects, we have these delay and reverb. We have types. I can change the type. I can also change the type for the reverb. And we have some presets, for example. So here we don't have anything, but we can definitely save our own. And then we have the controls. But let's go back to our layer effects. And here you can just click the drop down, select anything. Like let's go with a phaser and play something. So we have 2 effects for each of the layers, and you can play with this. You can change this, for example, to a digital delay. Pretty cool. And finally, we have the macros, and here you can see the assignments that are related to the front page. So you can see that we have FX A, B, delay, and reverb. And if I'll go into the front page here, you'll see them here. So this is the FXA, B, delay, and reverb. If we'll go back to the advanced tab and check our modulations, then you'll see that we have different things that can be assigned to these effects. And there's a lot of things that you can do. Now, one of the very interesting things that you can do with this is also use randomization, for example. So I can change anything in random. So let's go into the layers, and I'm just going to select something here. I'm going to go with this frequency cutoff, and I'm going to start this with the randomization round 1. So it's going to randomly change things. So as you can see, there's a lot of things that you can do with this instrument. I'm not going to show you every bit and piece of this, but what we're going to do now is I'm going to flick through some of the presets to give you an idea of the sounds that the instrument can produce. And I'll see you guys very soon. This is going to be the end of this video. And I wanted you guys to let me know, what do you think? And if you have any questions, let me know in the comments. I'll get back to you as quickly as I can. If you are not subscribed to my channel, please consider subscribing. And I'm uploading a lot of videos all the time. And also, you are most welcome to join me in Facebook, in Twitter, and also in Discord, where I have a community. And it's much easier to talk, much easier to discuss anything like virtual instruments and plugins and music. Thank you, and bye-bye. Stick around for the demo.